Hey, okay, so I'm going to show you some tips and tricks to how to use your BB cream, concealer, and your prime and setting powder, okay? So I have my eyes done right now because I wanted you to be able to see the entire look once it's all done without actually doing my makeup. So you would, in fact, do all these base face besties is what I like to call it before doing your eye makeup, eyebrows, all that kind of stuff, okay? So first things first, a few little tips, okay? You can actually use this prime and setting powder underneath your BB cream, okay? Which is kind of a hidden gem that I have so that it helps with to reduce your shine and all that kind of stuff. So what you do, you're gonna shake it up. All right, this is what activates it inside. If you have like a fluffier brush like this, you're just gonna go, grab it from here. I like to even, use the lid a little bit, and then you're just gonna tap it all over your entire face. Obviously, if you didn't have eye makeup on or whatever, you would go over your eyebrows, your eyelids, and everything else as well. Tap that on first. By tapping that on first, it's just going to ensure that your BB cream kind of sets and stays where it's supposed to, but also reduces shine throughout the day. Okay, it's not that you have to do that, but that's just kind of an extra little tip that I have for you. All right, now BB cream, give it a good shake, okay, because it tends to settle a little bit. You only need less than like a quarter size, maybe a dime size, nickel size of product on your fingers, okay? So you don't need much at all. Then we're just going to use my fingertips and I mix it like this, and then I'm going to apply it on my face like lotion. Now, don't forget to pull down your neck a little bit. Even though it's not full foundation, you want to make sure that you have it blended really nicely along your jawline. Okay? And wash your hands and then you're good to go. So I put on my concealer after my BB cream, foundation, or anything else because this is what's going to give you a brighter eye if you have dark circles like me. Okay, if you don't, if you have more of a blended and you just want a little bit of that extra coverage under your eyes or on different blemishes, you can put it on before. But for me, I like to brighten it a little bit more. And like I say, I do it after. So the key is when you first get this, it's going to be very saturated, okay, with product. So you can take your pinky if you want to first, split it between your two fingers, and then apply it right in the darker areas. This just helps control a little bit more of your product so that you're not using too much. But if you want to use the applicator, that's fine too. But less is more for this concealer, okay? Get yourself a little blending bud of some sort, and then we're just going to blend it by tapping it underneath the eye. Bulk of it here, you don't have to worry about fine lines and wrinkles like I do. But so I try to get the bulk of it here, and then whatever's left on my sponge, I blend it outwards like this to give it a little bit of a lift, okay? Now, if you have some blemishes that you want to cover that are maybe more extensive than what the BB cream will cover, you can actually mix a little bit of this with your BB cream to give you a little bit more coverage in those areas. Because of course, this is going to be a little bit lighter than your BB cream. So it's going to brighten underneath the eyes. But if you were to just dab it on your face, you don't want to end up with lighter circles, if that makes sense. So you can take a little bit, blend it with your BB cream, apply it on those areas that maybe have a little bit more, say, acne or any of those types of things, and give yourself a little bit more coverage. Or you can just mix it all in there and put it all over your entire face, okay? There's no rules to how this works, but just know you can mix these two together to get a little bit more coverage if you so choose, okay? Now, if you're like me, a little bit more oily, again, I like to finish with my setting powder, okay? So we got to shake it because the powder has little encapsulated water, if that makes sense. It's the craziest technology, so it's going to feel damp when you put it on your face. But that is what's going to lock it all in. So we got to shake it first to activate it. Take a little bit on your brush, again, a little fluffy brush, and just pat it all over your entire face. So it's a translucent powder. It's not going to give you more coverage, but it's just going to help, again, set it, reduce that shine, and lock it in for the entire day. So if you do your eyebrows and other makeup too, I go right over top of it at the end just to give a little bit more of that setting factor all over my entire face. Now, I'm not sure if you use bronzer or anything like that. At this point, you can literally head out the door, get ready however you choose, but I wanted to show you how to use those three things. Now, if you use a bronzer or have a bronzer or blush, you can go in after and just apply it on the parts of your cheekbone right here. So bronzer goes forwards E, backwards forwards and backwards E. E and 3 is basically what it means, okay? So you want to take it along your hairline, your cheekbone, jawline, and jawline, sorry, like that, okay? Now, I like to put a little bit on the side of my nose just for a little bit of an extra contour. Totally up to you. I just thought I'd teach you a little trick in case you have bronzer at home and maybe you're not sure how to apply it. Now, if you're a blush wearer, maybe you're not, that's totally fine, and you do not have to use bronzer or blush. I just wanted to teach you this to kind of get that complete look if you so choose, okay? Take a little bit of blush, and then you can put it on the right here above the bronzer a little bit, and right here, if you so choose, okay? Up to you. So if you have any more questions about any of these things that I talked about today, don't hesitate to reach out and ask me. I'm an open book, and I can help you in any way, shape, or form, okay? Hope you enjoy your products. We'll chat soon.